What's up YouTube? How's everyone doing? This is Champion 2D Rob back again. Um, yeah, just sort of just picked up a new camera, so I'm just sort of working things out. So if you see me sort of giving funny looks in this direction, that's what it is. I'm just sort of making sure that the settings are sorted and nothing looks messed up or whatever. So yeah, so please excuse me if I look like I'm messing up. But anyway, back on topic. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? It's been a while since my last vid. It's not been on purpose. It's just because there's not really been much to say or show or whatever. So I've just sort of not wanted to make a video, because you shouldn't make a video unless you really want to make a video. But it's not like I've just been doing other stuff. I actually have been trying to work on my videos. I've been trying to familiarize myself with some editing software and whatnot, and just sort of behind the scenes, just trying to work on stuff. So I'm slowly trying to change my equipment and whatnot. So that's basically what I've been doing behind the scenes. But anyway, that's not all I wanted to talk about, guys. What I actually wanted to talk about was the retro gaming market, which happened a week ago in London at Russell Square. And I never brought it up actually beforehand, sort of let people know I was going, because at the time, I don't know, I was always planning to go, but I guess there was, in the back of my mind, I thought maybe I wasn't going to go, so I didn't want to make any sort of statements that I was going to go. But there was a couple of YouTubers that were decided to sort of make plans and sort of get the ball rolling, make sure that people were going to show. So when they asked me if I was going to come along, I thought, you know what, I'll come down. Mainly, of course, just for the YouTube meetup, because I do really enjoy meeting up with other YouTubers. It's so much fun. So it's hard to pass up, especially when it's in your hometown. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about the event itself. Essentially, we went last week, last Sunday. I met up with a few YouTubers. Now, to be honest, I've not really been sort of very focused on retro games at this particular point in time. I am putting a lot of focus on sort of current gen gaming. But so I didn't know what. There was nothing basically I was after. That's what I'm trying to say, and I just wanted to go along for the meetup. So there was a few of us that came down. The person that organised the meetup was Scott, aka Sega Saturn Lad. He really wanted to come down, so he was sort of asking YouTubers, who's coming down and whatnot. So I made it down. I got there on time. There was queues outside. The moment I got there, I met up with Scott, Sega Saturn Lad, Dal, the Retro Godfather, and Craig. Craig's here again. They were there waiting, and shortly after I arrived, Steve, Gashead66, he showed up as well. And as we all showed up, none of us were really that excited to sort of get in there first thing, and we didn't really fancy waiting around in the queues. So we thought, you know what, let's just go get a bite to eat. Wait for the queues to die off, and we'll just walk in. Because honestly, like I said, I don't think any of us had any real expectations of what we were gonna find at the market. So we went off, and we came back. The queues were gone. So we just strolled in, paid our £2 to get in, walked in, and then we just automatically split off to see what was around. And to be honest, like I say, I didn't really have anything in mind. You know me, guys, I'm after Super Famicom games, but I'm only after particular Super Famicom titles, so it's very unlikely I'm going to find them at these retro markets. Although I did ask. Always worth asking. So the first time I went around, it was just more sort of getting a scope of the place, seeing what sort of games were there. But honestly, there was nothing there that was really grabbing my attention. I just sort of walked around for a bit. I wound up stopping at this one stall, and I got speaking to a guy called Tom, who is he actually does have a YouTube channel. It's called now let me get this right. It's Retro Empire UK, and he's a seller, and he was selling game protectors as well as sort of like these clone Game Boy Advance systems as well. And I was after game protectors, box protectors, should I say, for Super Famicom. So I wound up picking up some some box protectors. Very exciting. And that's basically all I bought at that point. And yeah, so I was talking to Tom for a bit. Very nice guy. Tom, if you're watching, how you doing, mate? And yeah, so I was talking to him for a bit, and then of course I wound up meeting up with everyone else. We just sort of met up at various points during the actual market, and then we just sort of decided, you know what, we sort of had our fill. We sort of went around sort of 3 or 4 times, and it was like, you know what, let's just go to the pub, and we did that. We went to the pub, chilled there for a bit, and we were there for about a good couple of hours or so, and yeah, and then basically we did come back to the event, and by this point most of the crowds had gone, which is also one of the reasons why we decided to leave as well. It was extremely busy. It was so busy. I mean, honestly, the place isn't big enough to cope. It was just so difficult. I mean, personally for me, it wasn't that hard to get to the front, but I think for some of the other guys, they found it a bit of a struggle to look at the games, because it really was just like people just sort of jumping all over each other. So it was a bit of a nightmare. But so after we went away, we came back, and a lot of people have gone. So the last few times we sort of strolled around, it was a lot more easier, more leisurely, should I say. And I walked around a bit with Craig, and we just sort of, you know, we spotted a few titles and whatnot. And I did actually end up picking up some retro titles. Nothing amazing, just a few games that I wanted, but nothing sort of, you know, rare or nothing like that. But some good titles. And then yeah, so we just basically jammed, and it was by the end it basically finished. It finished at 4 o'clock. And that was basically it. And honestly, the meetup itself was awesome. Oh, I completely forgot to say, we also did meet up with John, a YouTuber, also goes by the name of 1MSX to go. He actually showed up at the event a little bit later on. We bumped into him. This was during our first time round before we went to the pub. He was there as well, and he actually hung out with us the entire time. So big shout outs to John as well, mate. Sorry, I forgot to mention you. But yeah, he was also with us. So there was a good few of us. And yeah, so we basically, we all hung out, went to the pub, like I say, went back. And then after the event, we sort of went to like a cafe, and we jammed there for a bit longer, and then we basically parted ways. So by that time it was 6 o'clock, and it was a full day. We were there from about from 11 o'clock, so 11 o'clock till 6 p.m. So it was a good full day. But my views on the event itself, I felt was very disappointing. I didn't think that, even though we actually strolled in late, I didn't get the impression that we actually missed out on anything. I felt that I got the impression that there was a lot of low stock, because there was some good stuff there, no doubt about it. But it was like there was a lot of sort of low stock. I didn't get the impression that it'd been picked through. I just got that impression that they didn't have much to show anyway, personally, because I was sort of keeping an eye on what people were buying and stuff, and I didn't really see anything spectacular, to be honest. So yeah, it was actually a bit of a disappointment, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, you know, I mean, it seemed like there was a lot more smaller sellers than before. That was my impression anyway. I know Scott didn't think so, but I felt there was like a few more smaller sellers. But I did try to buy a couple of games in the beginning. I tried to buy a Game Boy game and a Game Boy Advance game, and I tried to haggle, and the guy was just having none of it. And so I just thought, well, you know what, I'm not going to have them. It's not because, you know, the guy shot me down completely, but it was just because, you know, he didn't want to counter. I mean, like, that's part of the fun for me in terms of retro gaming markets. I understand it was sort of like during that rush period, so maybe, you know, he thought, you know, it better not to haggle. And to be fair, at the end of the evening, you know, most people were willing to give me a better deal, because obviously by closing time, people just want to get shot of stuff. But yeah, I like to haggle. So if people just sort of shoot me down from the off, I'm like, well, you know what, I'm going elsewhere. That's just how I work personally. But yeah, overall it was alright. It was okay. It was a good event. Will I go again? Definitely. But like I say, it's mainly for the meetup. Any excuse just to meet up with the YouTubers. That's really what it's about for me. So yeah. Oh, and also on a side note, it was nice to be recognised again. I did get recognised a couple of times. So if you guys are watching, thank you so much, guys, for coming up to me and telling me that you watched my channel, and it was good meeting you guys. Sorry if I forgot your names, but just leave a comment in below. Just let me know who you are. Tell me you were the guys that came up to me, and yeah, it was a pleasure. One guy in particular actually asked for a photo of me as well, which is quite funny and surreal at the same time. But it's always, I got to say, it's a pleasure to meet people. I enjoy talking to people, and it's just nice when people come up to you and just sort of say, look, you know, I watch your channel, and I enjoy your content. It's nice to hear. So yeah, I really appreciated that. So yeah, so hopefully I do want to go to some of the other markets now in the future, and I know sometimes, a lot of times I keep saying this, and I just don't go, and to be fair, it's not really my fault. There are other circumstances that prevent me from going. But definitely in the new year, I will be looking to head off to some of these markets up north. But for now, you know, these are the ones that will have to do for me. So anyway, guys, I will leave it there. There will be no pickups in this video. Sorry if you did think there were going to be pickups, but there's no pickups in this video. I will be saving that for another video. There's been a bit of a hold up with my pickups video, and that's just because I'm waiting for some games to arrive, and I just sort of want to show them all in one big video before before Christmas, because that's basically, you know, I want to make it sort of my last pickups video of the year. So I want to make it a nice epic one, because I do have a lot of stuff to show you guys. So I'm just sort of waiting for a couple of more games to arrive before I can just let you guys know what I picked up. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, you know, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and of course, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time.